Hey everybody, how you doing? Joe here from the Scruffy Fam. So, plans changed a little bit. I was supposed to go hunting this morning, but unfortunately, one of my daughters got a little sick this morning. We think her blood sugar dropped a little too far, so we're slowly nursing her back to health. But because I can't go hunting today, I am going to take the Ruger American Hunter out to the range and get it sighted in and find out what ammo it likes. So my case is a little extra for this because I found out with what I've got on it, it will not fit in my standard scoped rifle case, my soft case. So today we are busting out the Pelican Vault. Now I had this cut for my shotgun, my AR, and my 22. So this is about as ghettoed out cut as I can do. All these pieces of foam were from the other piece. So I cut those out, dropped this in, and just kind of shoving those around to keep things from moving. And it worked pretty good. Got it downstairs, rolled around a little bit, did a couple tests. It's working pretty good. So let's take a look at the ammo that we're going to do today. We are going to do the Federal Fusion 150 grain, the American Whitetail from Hornady in 165 grain, and then the Hornady Match in 178 grain. We're going to figure out which one of these this likes best. Now I've only got 5 rounds of the Fusion, so I'm actually going to sight this in with the Whitetail. Just cause we'll get that sighted in with that, and then we'll do some grouping. So if you guys are avid shooters, or even if you just sight in once a year, a really cool option is go to targets.com. Here you go. You can get free targets from targets.com. Big fan of that. So right here, I am using this to sight in. The reason I use the X instead of the straight up and down is so it doesn't cover your reticles. Sometimes when you use this, it'll cover your reticles. So now my reticles will come here, and I'll be able to see them focusing on the red dot here. And I've written the Ruger American Hunter, 308, 165 grain Hornady Whitetail. Sometimes I'll put a couple shots on paper at 25 and then go to 100. I've already bore sighted this, so I'm just going to go to 100 yards, and we're going to see what happens. And then we're going to do an ammo test. So we'll do the Fusion, the Whitetail, and the Match, and we'll see what happens. We'll see which one it likes. Now I've only got one camera. I've got the GoPro. I do have my phone, but I don't have a way to show you guys the downrange shots. So what'll have to happen is I'm going to shoot, and then when I'm done shooting, I will then show you guys the targets. We'll kind of do a wrap up, see what this thing likes. And then once we get this thing dialed in, there is a 1,200 yard range here that I'm going to see if I can go out to. And we're going to slowly walk this thing out and see how far we can go. So I'll see you guys at the range. All right, guys, we're here at the range. I'm going to get this thing sighted in at 100 yards. We're going to be using the American Whitetail Hunter, 165 grains. We got 2,700 feet per second. Let's see what this thing does. We're using the Monstrum 6x24 first focal plane. Gave it all the zooms. I adjusted this trigger down just under 3 pounds. Let's see what happens here. First round. All right. Okay, guys, so here's what happened. I tried to just go straight to the 100 yard, and I was obviously high. Here's my 25. So at 25, my first shot's that high one. Second shot is the next one down. Third shot is inside the red. So I just went to 25, bore sighted it. I got it on. So now we're going to try 100 yards, and then we'll get to the grouping. Here we go. Okay, guys, so yep, we're all sighted in. I got this thing locked in. So I just did a 4-shot group of the American Whitetail Not a bad group. One of them was definitely me as I'm getting used to this rig. I am not the world's best precision shooter, so that is something I look forward to being able to take this rig out and use it more. So next up, I am doing the Federal Fusion 150 grain. So the American Whitetail was 165 grain. This is 150 grain. My Winchester XPR loves this stuff. I'm getting sub MOA groups with this. So let's see what I can do with this out of this rig. I'm at an MOA for the group on this. I may be just over 1 MOA for that 165 grain, but I ended up putting a lot of rounds through that, getting it zeroed. It was really, really high, so I had to bring it down. We'll see what this thing is doing now that I've got it locked in, but I just didn't have enough of that whitetail ammo in that. Well, that's fun. My GoPro battery died. It's still pretty cold outside, so did 5 shots with the Federal Fusion. Doesn't look like those groups are pretty good. Had the same aim point, controlling my breathing, controlling nice steady trigger pull, so that didn't do so hot. Next up we have the Hornady Match, 178 grain. We'll see what this does. These will be my last 5-shot group. We'll go down, we'll look at it, we'll talk about it, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Alright guys, okay, so this guy I think is getting a little warm. Yeah, the barrel's warm, so the groups are opening up a bit. I don't have the time today to sit and wait 10 minutes plus to cool it down. But I mean, I put, let's see, I'm over 20 plus rounds through this thing. So, I mean, that's not bad at all. And as I'm walking down here, huge shout out to Axel. These things are awesome. These Axel Ear Pro, the G2 Extreme, man. So this was my Christmas present, and I took these to an indoor range shooting my 40 Smith & Wesson and my 22, and just as I'm talking now, no issues. When gunshot goes off, no interruption of the conversation, nothing. There were some other guys here at the range that were shooting, and nothing. Super cool. And even being on the 308 here and I'm shooting, man, that was pretty cool. So I am really, really happy with this hearing protection. So 100 yards. We're walking 100 yards, guys. So I'm not super happy with these groups. And let's see what's going on here. Okay. So this is the ammo that I sighted in with. This is, I'm gonna guess, we're looking at a little over 1. We're over 1 MOA there with 165 grain. That could be because the barrel was warm. This 150 grain is an even wider group. That's interesting. So that 165 grain, and then I waited 10 minutes to fire this 150 grain, and then I waited again to fire this 178 grain. This was my last shot right here, was my very last shot. So these were my first 3, then 4, then 5. So this is telling me that the barrel's heating up because it's starting to open up, because that's a 1 MOA right there, easy. And then these started to open. So I think I'm gonna get some more of the whitetail ammo at the 165 grain. I still have more of the Hornady Match. I'm gonna let the barrel cool off. I'll come back out another day and I'll do 2 5-shot groups. So I'll do like a 5-shot of the 165 grain on each, and then I'll do a 5-shot of the 178 match on both, and we'll see what that looks like. I'm pretty impressed that my zero didn't shift a lot here. That's nuts. That was super high, where these heavier ones stayed fairly consistent. But the velocity of this one is higher and then it goes down. So this makes perfect sense the way these are laid out. So that's the end. Let's adjust here. So that's the end of my range day. I got to go home, help out mama with the kids, but shooting this thing for the first time, got it zeroed, got some shots out. I was thinking with that heavier contour barrel that it would be able to handle a few more shots, so I actually kind of pushed it to see what it could do. And I mean, these aren't horrible groups. If you were a hunter and you were sighting in for deer camp and you got that, you'd be like, I'm good. And even if you got this, you wouldn't be too concerned. That part's concerning, but I will have to tell you, I'm impressed with the Hornady ammunition. I haven't shot a lot of that before. I've honestly been more of a Federal Fusion person, and Federal premium ammo is what I've shot a lot of. So to see this type of performance out of a brand new rifle, first day at the range, I'm pretty happy with this. I will take this all day long. So I'm gonna definitely get some more of this Hornady Whitetail. The cool thing about this, it's like $25–30 a box for this ammo, where this stuff was $30 to $40, and I got this at Cabela's for $40. So this should perform well for that price, and it's their match ammo. And then this Whitetail, actually, I'm really impressed how the Whitetail performed. So that's it for this one, guys. I will definitely be coming back out to the range again with this thing, seeing if I can get those groups much tighter, find the ammo that it likes, and once I find the ammo that it likes, we're going to try to get some 5-shot cloverleafs out of this bad boy. So, guys, I hope you like everything you're seeing. Like, subscribe. There's going to be some more firearm content just because I'm in gunsmith school, but we also are going to have some more of how-to on the herbal stuff from Tasha. Our highest viewed video far and away is how to quickly make herbal oils in an instant pot. So check that one out if you guys haven't seen it. But thank you very much. God bless. Have a happy new year. And we'll see you guys next time.